Here are quite a few things that bother me as a person with a disability. Before I name these things, I would like to add I'm not speaking for the whole disability community, I'm just speaking for myself. Everyone's preferences are different, their stories, and what they like about disability awareness is all different. So, like I said, I'm speaking for myself in this video. The first thing that bothers me as someone with a disability is pity. As someone with a disability, it really bothers me to see others being treated like young kids. I myself am 23 years old, and I've been treated like a little kid before, and it really bothers me. You don't have to use a high-pitched voice when speaking to us. A lot of us are adults or older kids and teenagers, and the high-pitched voice really bothers me because it makes me feel less than other people, and it makes me feel like I'm being treated like a kid instead of as an adult. You also don't have to praise us for everything in life, like the simple things like going up and down the stairs or reading a book or doing simple tasks that pretty much anyone can do. Really bothers me, and I know it bothers a lot of people with disabilities. The next thing that bothers me as someone with a disability is exclusion. Just because we have disabilities doesn't mean we can't be included in every aspect of our lives. We all want to be included with dating, with work life, with friends and activities. I understand that we may seem different, we may be weird, we may have different behaviors, and we have communicating that may seem different to you, but that is just part of who we are, and it bothers me personally when I'm excluded because I have disabilities. So try not to exclude us as much. If you want to include people in conversations and socially, feel free to talk to us. We're willing to answer questions, and a lot of times it makes it easier and more fun for us and to feel included that way. And it makes our mental health better if we know that we're included. Also, feel free to ask us out on dates. We may seem different, but that's just part of who we are. We all want a date. Next thing that bothers me as someone with a disability is when disability is used as a joke. I've seen too many times people get made fun of, teased, mocked because of disabilities and who we are, and it makes me feel offended and hurt and makes me feel like I'm less than and not a part of a community or group when I'm made fun of, when people in general with disabilities are all made fun of. It just really hurts. And costumes as well bother me a lot when they're to make fun of someone with disabilities, because we have lived experiences with that disability, and acting like you have that disability, it makes us just feel hurt. The words you use matters to everybody, including people with disabilities. There are certain words in our history that have been super hurtful and more hurtful than they are today, but they're still really hurtful and they're very ableist, such as the R word. Even handicapped is an old word that used to be used, but isn't used much anymore. So can we please not use that word as much because it's not as relevant. Another thing that really bothers me as someone with a disability is the inspiration. When people with disabilities are included, it doesn't have to be an inspiring story. We're just being included just like everybody else. And it makes us feel less than when you do something really nice to us. It doesn't have to be called like an inspiring story. You're being nice, and we're grateful for it, but we don't have to make it into a big deal in the media for being included. Like someone being asked to prom, that doesn't need to be filmed. If it's a person without a disability asking a person with the disability problem. That doesn't need to be filmed for the media and be like, oh, they got invited to prom. That's so awesome. Well, they got invited to prom, which is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. But it doesn't need to be filmed and treated as such a big deal. Let me know if you have any questions about these topics I've talked about today in this video, and I will see you all on the next video.